you chat?
Always. Hello.
Welcome back from the slopes.
Thank you so much. I don't know why that voice, I think because Tyler was doing it all weekend, made me think of like in Severance where they're like, your Audi likes to ski. Like,
I have not watched this season. Is it good?
oh, it's good.
Okay.
You got to get into it.
I just watched the second season of Squid Games, though. Bad.
Really? Didn't watch the first one.
I just did not like it, so.
Super into shrinking, but I know you don't like it. We just finished season 2. Well, thank you for welcoming me back from the slopes.
Can you say the slopes if you don't ski?
I was going to say, when you say the slopes, I think you mean the tubing hill.
Welcome back from the tubing hill.
But thank you. We had a lovely weekend in Park City. We went for Tyler's 30th birthday, an early trip. So it was my 2 sister-in-laws, my brother-in-law, Tyler and I. And Tanner and Gwen are skiers. So they were like, we're going to ski. And I was like, well, I can barely walk on
Did
the
you
ground.
tell them about your fear of skiing?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. I told the story multiple times about how I got trapped on a black diamond. Trapped.
That's your fear?
You've heard the story.
I know I have.
Would you like me to tell it again here?
Yes.
Okay. So many, many moons ago, Morgan and Patrick, 2 of our closest friends to this day, were my friends in high school also, invited me on a ski trip. And I thought, I can figure skate. I can ski. My mom was like, you really probably
Why are those things?
I don't know.
Just
they're both
winter sports?
They're both in the Winter Olympics, so I thought they must have some crossover. And my mom was like, you definitely can't ski, but have fun. The trip starts out with me getting put on skis and Patrick pushing me to the ground to help me learn how to get up, which I understand is important, but I couldn't get up. So then he had to like help lift me up. Puts me back on the ground, can't get up. Finally, I master just getting up on skis after like 45 minutes. So I probably should have taken that as a sign that this wasn't for me. We get on the lift, which terrifies me. We get to the top. I'm sure we missed some sign somewhere where the ski that I was trying to get off at was closed. I mean, the hill. So I ended up having to go to a much harder one. From my recollection, it was a black diamond. Patrick claims that's not true. Either way, Rachel, when I tell you this mountain was vertical, I started to cry.
You were like, I'm not going.
But you have no other way down. You have
But weren't you like 16?
17.
Oh, so much more mature. Okay.
I had to like use my skis and go down on the side, like clumping each one down with my ski. Yeah, like turning my ski so it wasn't going forward. Had multiple meltdowns, and I've not been on a ski mountain since.
Hoo-wee. So,
but they had a lovely time skiing. We had so much fun going on the longest tubing run in Utah. Which actually was super, super cool because you were like going down on the tube and you could like look at all the mountains around you. We went to a lot of great restaurants, played games, shopped a little. And also, even if I hadn't had my traumatic experience, since I've known your mom, she has been a strict mother in that we are not allowed to go skiing because her cousin, who is also like her best friend, died in a tragic skiing accident.
Like a week before her wedding.
Which is crazy.
I don't know why you would do anything risky like that a week before your wedding. But maybe people don't see skiing as
I don't
risky.
think people see it as risky. Like it's... To a lot of people, the people I was seeing in Park City, Utah, it's a Tuesday. Like they ski.
Yeah, they went on like a little ski trip pre-wedding, and I don't know. I think she like fell and hit her head or something. Details are vague because it's not spoken about. But yeah, we're not allowed to ski.
I could talk myself either way. Like you could die doing literally anything. So I understand that like skiing is a very popular sport and you don't really have a risk of dying playing basketball. But then I remember that football player, what was his name? Damar Hamlin, whose heart literally stopped on the football field. So it's like, you don't want to live your life.
Well, I think that was some sort of an underlying condition, but I get where you're going.
You know, it's like I could talk myself in or out of it. But
sure.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was very winter vibes. Downtown Park City, like Main Street, very cute, very fun. Shopping, very expensive.
Yeah, no shit.
But beautiful.
I'm glad it was a good trip. It was a Dempsey family reunion for you.
Yeah, it was kind of like a reunion, except like we've been seeing each other a lot.
Yeah, really.
So I was like a little sad when everyone was leaving because, well, this was sad, but like Tyler's grandma passed away in November. So we got to see our family a lot in November. Then it was the holidays. Then my brother-in-law got married New Year's Eve. So normally everyone would go back after Christmas. They didn't. Then I was like, see you guys in 3 weeks. And then when we were leaving, I dropped my brother and sister-in-law off the airport. And I was like, when will I see you guys? And they're like, we'll have to plan something. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Like,
all right, then see you never.
It's February. Like, we don't have a plan to see them again until Thanksgiving.
Well, just to clarify, they don't live in the same city.
Oh, yeah, they live in Kansas City.
You're like, they live about 20 minutes away, but I think I might not see them till November of next year.
They live in KC. That's an excellent point. Yeah, so tell me about your weekend. I missed you.
I was just talking to I missed you too. Didn't want to just brush by.
Thank you.
I was just trying to think, did I really miss you? You know, or are you just saying like, I'm good, how are you? I did miss you, I'd say.
Oh, that's nice.
Like when you say like, I missed you, and you're like, miss you too. But then I was like, did I? But I really did.
Oh, good. Thank you. That's so heartfelt. I appreciate that.
I feel like Gwen kind of reminds me of Saoirse Ronan.
Looks wise?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you see it?
Maybe like they have that Irish look.
She just came up and it looked like her. I'm glad you had fun on the tubing hills.
Thank you. We appreciate that. No news from your weekend?
My weekend was good. My parents left for LA today, so they'll be
listening from afar
and enjoying the extremely sunny, warm weather that we don't have here.
And fires are out, correct?
I believe so.
Thank
Otherwise,
God.
I don't know why they would be going.
They were going to go in the middle of the fires.
Nothing stops
I was going to say
two.
nothing stops that.
No, COVID. I was telling Tyler the other day about when I dropped them off at the airport in like the height of COVID to fly to LA, and they were wearing like essentially hazmat suits, like mask, shield, goggles.
It's so crazy.
Tinfoil over their clothing. Just kidding. But basically it was that. And I was like, good luck to you.
Adios.
And they took their dog, Rudy, and he had nothing. I was like, good luck, Rudy. He was like, shouldn't I have something?
Where do you get those suits? Was I supposed to order something? Well, you inspired me by talking about a bone to pick, and I love to have a bone to pick with things. And so all week I've discovered so many things that I have bones to pick with, but my most annoying annoyance, it's a two-parter. One, I fucking hate automated call systems. They never understand you.
When you're like agent.
But even like I'm reading through, so I was calling to make a payment for a trip that we're all going on. I read my booking number. Booking number not found. I'm looking at the email. This is the booking number you gave. Repeat booking number.
Can you type it in?
No.
Oh.
It's only verbal.
Stupid.
I read the booking number. Booking number not found. I'm like, agent, please repeat your booking number. Agent. Please repeat. I'm like, I'm going to scream. Finally get to an agent. So that was my first annoyance. It took like 200 tries to get to a human. Get to this human. She's extremely lovely, unable to help me at every turn. She's like, unfortunately, you're going to need to call this person. They're not until Monday, blah, blah, blah. We go through this whole thing. It's like a 17-minute phone call. Okay. That I'm doing while I'm on vacation. So I'm already annoyed. At the end of the call, she said, and is there anything else I can help you with? It took all of my strength to say, you didn't even help me with the thing that I called about.
Haven't been helped at all.
Like, is there anything else I can help you with? You didn't help me. I go, just the first thing that I called about, but if you can't, I'm good. Like,
just the only thing that we're here for at all.
I was like filled with rage, and I knew it wasn't her fault. She's reading from a script.
I know.
But I was like, why have we made things so fucking difficult? Like in an effort to make things easier and more cost effective and blah, 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 blah. We've actually made it harder.
But do you need more toner?
Oh my God. I wouldn't even be upset if telemarketers called me if they were real people. Now they're all robots.
I know.
Hello, this is userve.com. It's like, you know what? What happened to the people who worked at userve?
Some of those are entertaining voicemails, though, when it's like, your social security number has been leaked and you owe us $1 million. If you don't pay us back, we will come and kill you and your family.
Yeah, I mean, they are.
And you're like, who is this?
Come on. I know it's not you, but it's like, why can't we just have humans?
I feel like probably 50% of the time customer service helps me, and 50% of the time they can't do shit. And everyone advertises, like, if you don't want us to call customer service, why are you putting it at the bottom of your webpage? You know?
Also,
It's like, call us anytime, 7 to 7, Sunday through Saturday. Like, we are available. Call. Then you call and you have to get through like 17 steps just to get a human who then says, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do about that. And it's like, amazing.
but I don't even understand why we have these automated systems if eventually I'm going to have to argue with you to talk to a human. Just let me go to the human first.
Let me argue with a human.
I just miss arguing with humans.
Things are like so automated though that like it is really annoying. Like, you know how they have to verify that it's you for like stupid shit?
Yes.
And you're like, it's me. And if it wasn't me, like, why would someone be calling to question my cable bill? If there's a stranger calling to lower my bill, thank you.
No, actually just reminded me of something else. She at one point goes, are you authorized to make a payment for this cruise? I said, honestly, anyone who wants to pay for our cruise is authorized.
Yeah, if someone's trying to pay for my cruise, let them go ahead. FYI, if anyone else calls, cancel this payment and let them push it on through.
I was like, it caught me so off guard. Are you authorized? I'm like, yeah, to pay? Sure.
It was like when I had to call and cancel things for my grandma after she died.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, are you authorized to cancel this? And I was like, well, she's dead. So let me try and get her on the horn. Oh, you know what? The line up to heaven, it's fuzzy.
So we're going to have to go with me.
Yeah, it's me then. And they were like, unfortunately, you can't. Then I called back and just said I was her. I called back, got a different person and said, hi, this is her. And they were like, great. When's your birthday? Great. That's all I needed. Cancel.
This reminds me of when Tyler was calling to cancel our gym membership because, again, customer service is dead and they like quadrupled our rate. And I never fucking win. So why did I need it? And they were like, okay, we need to talk to you and your wife separately. And he was like, but I made the account. And they're like, right, but we need her authorization. And I was on a call in the living room and I literally heard him like do his voice and then do like a British voice for me.
A British voice?
Maybe it was reversed. And
hello, this is Johnna.
like, took a couple steps and he was like, babe. And I like went to come in. He's like, no, it's fine. He's like, hello.
What's funny is you were right there. I don't know why he had to make something up when you were standing around the corner.
I think I was on the other line. I think I was on a work call. And he was like, I'm not waiting on this line again to like do this again.
It's kind of nice though. Like usually, you know, you'd say like the husband can't just cancel anything for me. But they're like, we have to talk to the woman too. And then you're pissed about it.
I understand, but like, damn.
This family trip that you're talking about, it just reminded me that my parents are flying out before we are, and they're taking our son with them.
Yeah.
Because our flight is late. And my mom was saying that she's nervous about flying with him without us there because she's worried that they'll think that he's being kidnapped without flying with one of his parents. Like, she's like, I've seen a lot of things about like, you know, parental custody issues and like kidnappings, like one parent's flying with the kid, but they don't have permission from another parent to be taking the kid. And like, he's flying with us. We don't have the same last name. I'm like, but you have a reservation for him. You didn't just show up at the airport and buy a ticket. You have his reservation and his passport.
I said to her, I was like, maybe there should be more security, but like in today's day and age, not having the same last name is so not an issue. Like there are moms who don't have the same last name as their kids.
My dad was like, grandparents travel with their grandchildren. What are you even talking about? She was like, I just don't want it to be an issue for us at the airport. And I was like, and if it is, just leave him there and we'll pick it up. The issue.
Oh, I thought you meant him.
We'll pick the issue up there. Like, okay, well, you guys get on the flight. She's like, it's like she's worried about her plans being delayed.
She's like, I have a reservation.
She's like, okay, that's fine. Leave him and we'll have to get on the plane then. Larry?
I said to her when we all went to LA last year that I carried Jack on the plane. Like we all had so much shit in our hands. Like I think you, or maybe Tyler, someone who wasn't you guys carried him because you had like the bag and the iPad and whatever. And no one like stopped me being like, where did you get that brunette child?
Excuse me, that baby doesn't look like you.
Yeah, I mean,
the last name thing, I think, is like people don't change their last name all the time. We were
No.
actually just talking about this because my sister-in-law is debating changing her maiden name to her middle name. And I was like, if I had a maiden name that like wasn't 9 syllables long, I
Yeah.
totally would have done that. I have no ties to my middle name.
I always forget your, I mean, it's Nicole, but like, it's not top of mind.
What if I was just like, it's Natalie?
It's not. It's Nicole. You bitch.
No, like middle names are not important unless they're like familial or something important to you. And then like, oh my God, my microphone just went lip dick.
Lip dick or limp dick? It sounds like
Limp dick. What's the tightening way? This way?
to the right. Yeah.
Okay. Just literally.
Wasn't into this anymore.
Yeah, I was like, come on.
Your mic can't get it up.
No. It had it and then.
It's literally a knee slapper. I finally understand what people mean. I was slapping my knee. All right, go on.
For those who can't see us, my mic just like literally died in my arms.
This shit is not funny. I've been putting up with this for too long.
I don't know why you wouldn't change your maiden name to your middle name if it's like an easy name to slip in there.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I don't know. I just like, and then we were talking to her mom about it. And my mother-in-law was like, but I love your middle name. And I was like, you don't want her to keep her maiden name in her name? And she was like, I don't know. I just think it's like non-traditional for like the older generations.
Yeah.
Even though my mom did it.
Yeah, I think it just depends on which name
You did it.
I did it. I think you're just more. It depends on what name you're more connected to.
Yeah,
know?
if you're not connected to your middle name at all, then and your last name is not like.
But like, I know your sister-in-law.
Swarovski.
I don't think her middle name's a family name.
No, it's not.
She just likes the sound of it.
Yeah, her name actually, I found out she was gonna be named what her younger sister is, Anne-Marie. But my mother-in-law worked with a man, who had a child like 3 months before Lauren was born, and he named his daughter Lauren Michelle. And my mother-in-law loved that so much, she just took it right for herself. I was like, that's so sweet. You're named after your mom's coworker's daughter.
That's
Who a man we can't remember his name at all.
But his daughter is Lauren Michelle.
But his daughter is Lauren Michelle, and so are you.
I mean, it's a beautiful name.
She had a whole fucking name planned out, and then she heard this name, and she's like, I like that name. That sounds like some shit you would do.
No, I was actually going to say that's the opposite of me. Like, let's say I was obsessed with a name, and then like someone I knew named their daughter 3 months before that exact name, I'd have a psychotic break.
No, but it's like you would have a name picked out, and then someone names their child like Belly Rubs.
Okay.
And you're like, it's like so random. You never even thought about Belly Rubs, and you're like, oh, Belly Rubs. I kind of like that.
Maybe, but I just like names to be so unique that would bug me.
Belly Rubs isn't unique enough for you?
No.
First name Belly, middle name Rubs.
Where do you come up with these things? Like, most people would be like, you knew someone who named their kid like Natalie Lynn, and you're like, Belly Rubs. Oy.
Wasn't that the name of the fake groomer I worked at in college?
That's what you named it. To get yourself out of things. You said you had a shift at belly rubs. Which is crazy because it's not like we went to school pre-Google. Like anyone could have literally Googled belly rubs salon. What? Grooming salon.
Salon?
I malfunctioned.
Belly rub salon. This is a fancy place. I'm sorry, I was a social work major and there were a lot of like volunteer things that they'd be pressuring us to go to. And I'd be like, oh, sorry, I got to work.
Okay, but that's sketch because like they could have Googled it. You just got lucky.
I just didn't think anyone was ever going to question it. And then finally one of the TAs was like, where do you work at? I feel like you're always working. And by working, I was at home napping. But I was like,
you're like, I have the work ethic of a star.
Dog groomer. I don't know why that's the first. I should have just said babysitting.
Babysitting, yeah.
That's not something you can look up. And they're like, oh my God, that's so fun. Where? Belly rubs.
Luckily, they didn't have a dog that they then wanted to take. Like, oh my God, where is that? I'd love to bring my dog in. Like,
I know. And then one of our roommates made like a little sign and hung it on the end of my bed that said belly rubs. Like, I'm at work.
That is so ridiculous. You know what I was thinking on the plane yesterday?
What?
There was a person sleeping and I really wanted extra Biscoff cookies to take home.
Those are good.
And I was like, should I say like, oh, and they'll take the cookies?
Should you say?
Like, so I could take their cookies like when they were coming through for snacks?
As if you knew them?
Yeah. I was like, you can't figure out if I do or don't know them. But then I was afraid like something would happen. Like I had a whole scenario in my mind where like then they'd come through and be like, oh, your friend said, and they'd be like,
you know, that reminds me, it's actually crazy. You are kind of like my mother-in-law because when we were on a plane, I ordered, like Mike ordered first on the aisle. Yeah. I was in the middle. She was at the window.
Yeah.
And I ordered my plain drink, cran apple.
It's the only place you get it.
And she was gonna get I don't know what, and then she goes, oh, you know what, that sounds good, I'll have that too. I was like, Jesus Christ, maybe someone would get something that I'd like to try for once.
You just refuse to change your ways.
I don't want to change my ways. I like my ways.
Well, you'd have to be enticed to change.
Yeah, because you're sitting there and you're like, I'm just gonna order a Diet Coke, like, no, I don't know what else.
What's my plain drink?
Ginger ale.
Yes.
No, I know, but I'm saying generally.
It was a delicious ginger ale. But yeah, so I didn't say that the sleeping person wanted Biscoff cookies, but I was like, how would they know?
But how would they know? Can you imagine? You're like, they actually want one too. Just when the person comes around and puts it on their tray, you're about to reach over and grab it and they open their eye and they're like, cookies. You'd be like, damn it. Yeah, I told them you wanted that. Had a feeling based on the vibe. You looked like a Biscoff cookie lover.
You wouldn't have found the pretzels. Blech. No.
I was confused by a photo that I saw when you, Tyler, and his sister were sitting on the plane.
Yeah.
Was she on an aisle?
She was on the aisle.
Why was Tyler sitting like a little lady by the window?
He loves the window. I usually like the aisle. So the plan usually is that we book the end caps and hope no one books in the middle.
The man is supposed to sit on the aisle to protect his women.
You know that I cannot. I'm so claustrophobic. It was hard for me to sit in the middle. Like, I hate sitting not on the aisle because I need the freedom, one, to like
get up and go to the bathroom.
Two, I also just like don't want to be trapped by like other people. So if I'm the window and he's the middle, there's a stranger. Like, oh my God, we'll never get out of this seat. But I was feeling kind of sleepy and I like to sleep to my right. And Haley said I could sleep on her, but I felt like she probably wouldn't love it as much. So then I went to the middle so that I could sleep on Tyler's shoulder.
Why do you have to sleep on someone?
Well, it's the most comfortable.
Oh, so you don't care. So you don't care whose space you invade.
Well, that's part of our marriage vows.
With Haley?
No, with Tyler.
Oh, okay. Happy to invade your space at any point.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So that's why I was in the middle. And I don't feel bad asking Haley to get up, so I don't feel trapped.
Right.
It'd be a stranger that I couldn't like ask them to get up.
I feel like men usually like to sit on the aisle.
Well, I don't really
for like taller people, like long legs.
He likes to look out the window. He listens to music, reads his book. He literally never gets up on a flight. Ever.
Me neither.
So, but yeah, I was able to sit in the middle and not feel trapped.
Well, yeah, if you're sitting with people you know.
Yeah, it's when I'm in the middle and there's like a stranger that I'm like, fuck. I was flying back during the Grammys, so I didn't watch the whole award show, but I saw quite a bit of controversy about Kanye West.
Oh my gosh. He came with his like
naked wife.
I don't even know if we can call her a wife rather than like prisoner.
His
she
victim.
like yes, like she looks like
it's creepy.
Something's wrong over there.
Did you see there was like a lip reader who was saying, so for people who didn't see it, Kanye showed up, walked the red carpet, had his new wife, Bianca, who looks really similar to his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, which, okay, fine, people have a type, but he's like molding her into Kim Kardashian. And she was wearing this like oversized fur coat. They're walking the red carpet. They get to a point where lip readers were saying, obviously I can't confirm it, that he's like, okay, now. And people are saying she was like, I don't want to.
I don't think that's true.
No clue. But regardless, what does happen is she takes the coat off.
I thought someone saw him saying, this is your moment or our moment.
Whatever. Either way, creepy as hell.
Yeah.
She takes off the fur coat and she's wearing like a mesh dress is the closest word I can use, but it's sheer nude color.
Basically a body shaped sized pair of pantyhose.
Yep.
That just like is like the clear kind.
Mm-hmm.
That just like
she showed it all.
Mention
it
skin.
all.
Yeah.
Like boobs.
Naked.
Ass.
Naked beyond naked.
Naked. And I don't understand the desire to have people stare at his naked wife. So that was pretty crazy. But Doechii won Best Rap Album of the Year. She's one of only 3 women who's won the award since it was introduced in 1989, which is insane. So this award has been going on for 36-ish years. And there's only been 3 women recipients.
Wow.
Cardi B, Lauryn Hill, and now Doechii, which congrats.
And it's female rappers?
No, it's just the album rap, the best rap album of the year. So there's been 36 winners. Only 3 of them have been female.
Wow.
So that was a huge accomplishment.
No wins for Missy Elliott?
No. Not at the Grammys. The Grammys are like,
Yeah. Iffy.
But Beyonce also had her moment.
Finally. And
finally, well deserved.
I kind of think like I was saying to Mike, that was such a hard category, album of the year. It was literally Beyonce.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan, Billie Eilish. I mean, like the biggest
names.
Like, I know that people always say this, but like to even be nominated in that group of people was just like, wow. I was rooting for Chappell.
Yeah, you love Chappell.
Did you happen to watch her Pink Pony Club performance?
No, was it great?
Yeah, it was a vibe.
Pink Pony Club. It's a great song. In my Pink Pony Club.
Yeah, it was a total bop. But
I heard the performances were really good. I heard Sabrina Carpenter's was really good.
Benson Boone.
Yeah, not sure who that is, but
Yep. Yeah, no, the performances were really good. It was like the queens of pop.
Did you see Taylor Swift's outfit?
Loved.
Did you love the tee?
Yes.
I thought it was so cute. I know it could be cringy, but I loved it.
I mean, like a lot of things, I'm overexposed to their relationship in general. It's like, and I feel like because she's had all these relationships that she's kept so private, like you barely saw her with
Maddie Healy or
her significant
Joe
others
Allen,
over the past years. And now, like, I don't know if it's overexposure because you're not used to seeing her together with anybody.
Yeah.
Or because it's just overexposure, but it's too much for me.
I just think.
But I did think that was nice.
I think they're the real deal.
I hope. Shit.
Like, they're so cute.
I mean, after all this, it'd be like a waste of our time.
Yeah, they have to get married regardless.
Yeah, for all of us.
It's married or murder.
But no, I agree. The Grammys were better than expected. But Kendrick Lamar won everything. And I was like, how is this possible?
I feel like there's always a darling of the Grammys. People get obsessed. Like the Grammys are obsessed with Kendrick, so he's going to sweep.
And it's never been Beyonce until now. I think, I don't know if she won because Cowboy Carter was just the best album, or Beyonce has never won album of the year, which is pretty crazy.
Insane.
So they were just like, okay, it's time to give it to her. She did like a country album.
I also just think that album there was so much controversy about like her not being recognized for that album that I think it would have seemed more intentional.
Yes, agreed.
Like people were talking about it. Like, why is she not getting more, what's what I'm looking for? Praise.
Yes. So yeah, I think, but like so many people when she won were like, standing ovation.
It was
People
cute.
were just like, it's her time.
Yeah, it was really cute. How many, had she not won a Grammy?
No, she's won a Grammy. She's never won Album of the Year.
Got it. I was like, that's crazy. So yeah.
I did think it was interesting. She went, like Blue Ivy walked up there with her.
Yeah, I thought that was cute.
Which was cute. And she hugged Jay-Z before she got up there. I thought it was interesting that he was there.
Something is off about that relationship right now.
Yeah, and like she hugged him like he was like her manager. Like there was no love there.
Interesting.
So take a look and
let me
know.
There's something.
It
something
just was
right.
like it was a weird hug. And then after all the hype, like for her to win Album of the Year, her acceptance speech was like boo.
Mid.
Yeah.
Ugh. God,
But
I
still
love
happy she won.
I love acceptance speeches. I thought Dochi's was great. She was really happy and sweet.
She was really happy.
Yeah, I'm gonna, after this, I'll go and look at some of the highlights from the Grammys because I was in flight.
Some not so happy news.
Oh no.
Have you heard about these tariffs?
Oh, yes.
So I didn't really understand, but obviously we get a lot of shit imported from other countries. And so we are now, well, let me just tell you the facts before I. So Trump had a campaign promise that he was going to put like really intense tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China because they're our biggest trading partners. Like we get the most shit from them. And Canada and Mexico's was 25% on all goods except oil and energy. And China was 10%. And so they're saying that these tariffs will remain in place until the countries curb the flow of migrants and illegal drugs to the U.S. Not sure how that's going to be measured, but...
Yeah, like, how are we going to decide if they've curbed the flow?
Right. But now the three countries are...
Pissed.
Yeah, and fighting back. Mexico and Canada announced retaliatory tariffs, which interestingly target more Republican-led states like orange juice from Florida and peanut butter from Kentucky.
Oh, well.
China said it's filing a lawsuit with the World Trade Organization. And yeah, people are saying that it might spark a trade war, drive up the cost of everyday items. Consumers could be paying more for things like tomatoes, avocados, gas, cars. This is like the biggest imports from these places. So, but it could mean an extra, economists from the New York Times broke it down and said it could mean an extra $835 per person.
Annually?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, common sense really isn't there.
I don't know if this is the way, but who am I to say?
I'm not an economist.
I'm not an economist, but
I'm just a woman in business who doesn't think that this is maybe the most productive way to curb illegal immigration. But
yeah,
I think it's wild to start a war with Canada. I mean, just to be clear, I don't mean an actual war. I mean like
any kind of
conflict. When they are our BFF. Like, we are roommates. We live next door to each other. We share clothes. We share everything. Like, why are we getting in a fight with our best friend?
Literally.
This is like screaming like girl in crisis. You're like when a girl's just like spiraling and she picks a fight with her best friend and you're like, what the fuck? Why are you coming for me, ho? That's what's going on.
Yeah, Canada's like, damn, bitch, okay. Before this, they'll give me back my earrings.
Like, you're going through something.
Yeah.
and I'll be here when you're done, but like get over it.
So yeah, I don't know how. I thought Trump's whole thing was like, no one can afford anything, the economy, the cost of groceries, and now they're saying groceries are going to be costing more.
Yeah, so the egg price doesn't look like it's going to come down. People were super worried about that.
Not anytime soon. Especially with that bird flu that's been sweeping through. Have you heard about that?
No.
Oh my gosh, they had a story on the news the other day that like someone who owns like a chicken farm and produces like the most eggs in the state of Illinois, like a couple birds got the bird flu, killed all their birds, like thousands and thousands of chickens.
So sad.
They're going to have to like get other chickens, repopulate their farm. Like it's a whole thing. Bird flu took everybody out.
I don't love eggs, but
You don't love eggs?
no.
Hard boiled?
They're okay.
Oh, you're off them.
I know I like them, but like I don't miss them. Like if there was like a...
Why haven't you had eggs in a while? What do you mean?
I just mean like if there's like a peanut...
Where have they gone for you?
I just mean like if a peanut butter flu ravaged the peanut butter crops.
The peanuts?
Yeah, I'd be sad.
Yes. I mean,
I eat that on apples, rice cakes, sandwiches, sweet treats.
sweet treats.
Like,
What would we do without peanut butter?
but like eggs are...
Eggs are in a lot of shit, though.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I don't know, but you can still buy eggs. They're there. What have you not looked? They're like, they're expensive and the bird flu, I won't even try.
I do buy them.
You just said I don't miss eggs.
I just meant like in my day-to-day life.
Okay.
Anyways.
So yeah, are people not like outraged that now the costs are going to go up even more?
No, because people who are so far up Trump's ass justify everything. They're like, but good work on the pronouns. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. Oh my gosh, that just reminded me of another story I wanted to tell you. Have you seen the like the stories that have been going around about that Amelia Perez actress?
With the controversial tweets I have.
Yes. Okay.
I think when you become famous, you have to delete your Twitter. Rule number 1.
Yeah.
Like I just
Start over.
Just clean slate. Who you were before no longer exists.
Okay, so let me read this to you. It says Oscar hopeful's racist tweets resurfaced. Despite drawing the ire of the internet, the Spanish language French film Amelia Perez, which follows a lawyer who helps a cartel leader transition into being a woman, picked up 13 Oscar nominations. The film's lead actress, Carla Sofia Gascon, made history as the first openly trans person nominated for Best Actress,
Which is amazing.
like
yeah.
so cool. But with less than a month to go before the Oscars, her past derogatory tweets have come to light. Some as recent as 2021. So this isn't like digging tweets up from like...
shit. I thought it was like 2009.
No, more recent than 2009.
Okay, that's not good.
In the post, she says, Islam is, quote, an infection for humanity that needs to be cured urgently, and called George Floyd a drug addict and a hustler. Also not great, Gascon allegedly called co-star Selena Gomez a rich rat in 2022, but has since denied writing this post.
Okay, I wrote all the other shit, but that wasn't me, Selena.
She has since deleted her ex account and apologized as someone in a marginalized community, I know this suffering all too well, and I am deeply sorry to those I have caused pain. Ugh. So basically, that movie was kind of seen as like the one to beat at the Oscars. It was nominated for a ton, and people were kind of like, it did really well at the Globes. Mm-hmm. And people were thinking that it was probably going to do really well at the Academy Awards as well. But now this controversy, nobody wants to like, highlight a controversy in Hollywood. So
have those votes been already cast though, or no?
No.
Okay, so like it's not like decided already.
Yeah, I mean this says people are doubting that the Academy will give her the honor following this scandal, and it could also affect the film's chances in other categories, which is really tough.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be a racist piece of shit and then expect people to give you Academy Awards.
Oh, and we haven't recorded since
I I thought you said reported. You said recorded. And I was like, oh, wow, CNN vibes.
You know us. We haven't recorded since that plane crash in DC, which is so horrible. Crazy and like a real hit to the skating community.
It was crazy.
Isn't that so sad?
So sad. And obviously, like, you never want anyone to die in a plane crash like that.
No.
But when you have like that close knit, like that's like people that all skated together, their families, like, so devastating for a whole community of people. What's also crazy is they were landing. So it's not even like something happened in flight and, you know, none of their family was like at the airport. So many of those people had texted their loved ones, like landing in 20, like how we texted you last night. And so like
why did you text me before you landed?
No, but like I text you, we just landed. Like if I'd had Wi-Fi, probably would have. I'm too cheap to pay for the Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But like, so many of those family members were like at the airport waiting to pick up their loved ones.
Awful.
And I thought it was so disgusting. Did you see that reporter who was interviewing that man whose husband or whose wife was on the plane?
No.
There was a reporter who was going around talking to some of the family members who had congregated, just saying like, you know, at that point they were still hoping for a recovery and that or for a rescue, not recovery, because they had the plane had just gone down.
Yeah.
And you could clearly see this man was in shock. And he was like, have you spoken to your wife? And he was like, you know, 23 minutes ago or whatever, she texted me about to land. And the reporter goes, can I see the text? Like, do you not have a moral compass?
Can I see your dick?
No, literally.
Like, no, these are things that are personal.
And he showed it to her, but he was like, you could just see.
Probably because he was so shaken up.
He was like in a daze, and it was just the most heart-wrenching video. And it reiterated, I guess, what pieces of shit humans
media.
are. Yeah, the media. So.
Yeah, so sad. I think it's coming out now that it was indeed the helicopter's fault.
Yeah, I think the helicopter was not in the appropriate flight pattern.
And that like it mixed up that plane's lights with another plane's lights. But hooey. If it really makes you think like with all the like air traffic that's going on, like so many flights every day, other shit that's in the sky, like if it's that easy for someone to just get confused, like that, it's crazy this doesn't happen more often.
Yes.
There have to be something done.
Yes. I don't know. Yesterday on our flight, they had us board and then they had us sit there for an hour and they claimed it was just that they were adding extra fuel.
They claimed.
And I turned to Tyler and I said, something's not adding up. I said, there's more to the story. And he said, you're probably right. It was so weird. They were like, we have enough fuel, but we want to add extra fuel so we can like make really good time. So we're just waiting for the right paperwork to get more fuel added to the jet, about 1,000 pounds. And I was like, you're going to delay our flight 55 minutes for extra fuel? I'm not buying it.
Let's see if we have enough.
I'm not buying it, Delta.
That's weird.
I'm like, you guys got any more Biscoff cookies back there?
I did. While you're there, how about you pass out some cookies? I mean, we have to wait here. I did see actually a really nice video that someone posted. They were on, I think it was an American flight the day after this happened. And so like, obviously whenever there's something like this, people are like anxious to fly. Yeah. And they posted that the captain came on when they were like, you know, about to take off and just said like, just wanted to let everyone know that like I'm captain whatever and first whoever, blah, blah, blah. Like, and we're here to make sure that you get to your next destination safely, whether that be your final destination or you're going to travel on. But it's like both of us, like our most important, highest priority is your safety and you're in safe hands with us.
Oh, that's nice.
And I was like, that's nice. There were probably some really anxious flyers on there.
I felt a little anxious over turbulence, which I don't normally feel that nervous.
Over turbulence?
Like, I was like, oh my God, are we going to drop?
Okay.
I just got nervous.
Jesus Christ.
I'm a nervous Nelly.
You love flying.
I do love flying, but it just didn't feel right this time.
You thought that a bump from turbulence might be an incoming helicopter?
No, because then there was another
yes, that Philadelphia medical plane.
And I was like, is something going on? Like,
with air travel.
Yeah, like I was like, are we gonna see in like a couple weeks that there was like something going on?
Well, it kind of seems like fear mongering almost from the speaking of the media, because like then every plane or airport related story
Is top billing.
like comes out. It's like United cargo plane runs into luggage
Carrier,
cart.
yeah. No, I know.
You're like, okay.
I was
It's like to make people think that like shit's going out of control.
stay
and
in
you're
your
like,
state.
okay.
No, you're right. You're right. Do you have a dilemma for me?
I do have a dilemma for you.
Lay it on me.
We actually had a few people send in dilemmas
Thank you
this
to our
week.
listeners.
Thank you. And if you have a good dilemma, please DM us.
It'll
or
be totally anonymous. We'll never betray
how do you
you.
submit it anonymously if you're DMing it?
No, you'll DM it, but
So you will have to know it's you.
yeah, we'll know.
We'll know it's you.
We're gonna know, but we're extremely trustworthy girls. Like I have so many secrets.
Or make like, one of those Finstas and DM us.
Yeah, that's true.
Either way.
Either way.
But this one was a good one I want to tell you. Okay, so this girl says she's getting married. Her
Congrats.
wedding. Congrats and mazzles. Her wedding is coming up in this coming summer. And her maid of honor, who she's been best friends with since kindergarten, like BFFs with her maid of honor. She's like a sister to me. We grew up together, etc. Her fiance, the girl getting married, let's call her Katie.
Okay.
And her fiance's name is Rob.
Okay.
And her maid of honor's name is Alex. So Katie and Alex, best friends forever. Katie's marrying Rob. And Rob apparently does not get along well with maid of honor Alex's brother,
Okay.
Tim. I guess they do not align politically at all,
That is a tough combo these days.
which has become a hot button issue for everyone. But they don't like each other. Rob has gone as far as to say he thinks that Tim is a racist
Yikes.
and he doesn't want him invited to the wedding. And so the girl who sent this in sort of feels like she's put in the middle of it, because she's like, I don't know what to do because I'm inviting Alex, her best friend and maid of honor's whole family.
Right.
She's like, I'm inviting her sister, who I'm close with, and also her parents.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't just like not invite one of them. But also it's like my fiance, it's his wedding too. And he said he really does not want him there. He doesn't like him as a person and he thinks he has horrible morals. So like those seem like good reasons.
Totally. All right. You have a point.
But she's like, number one, I don't know what to do. And number two, should I bring this up to my maid of honor / best friend? Because she thinks that like his views are crazy, but like he's still like
Her brother.
her brother.
Well, that's a doozy. Good luck, Katie. Well, who's the Democrat? That's fine. I'm just kidding. I think it's tricky because the wedding is kind of like the first time, like in theory, that like you really are planning this experience with your fiance, and it's not just your opinions. Like it's not just her wedding. It's not just her views. So I think she has to respect Rob's point of view. It's not like he doesn't like him because like they disagree on football. Like these are really valid.
Yeah, one of them is a Steelers fan.
Yeah, like they're very valid, and I can appreciate that Rob has morals that he wants to uphold and wants only people who not are identical but have good morals at his wedding.
But that doesn't seem like something we can control, Rob. I can't control if everyone here has good morals. Some of these people are just like ants we have to have.
Well, I think that's where you have to be careful, because people who you know are nuts but are like quietly nuts and don't like introduce controversy.
Right.
Be nuts at table 17. What the fuck do I care?
It sounds like that is the hard part, that this guy Tim is happy to
incite controversy. I think that
open about his crazy views, and not just like one's a Democrat, one's a Republican.
Right. I mean, like one who's like vehemently, I don't want to call him racist because I've never met Tim, but like I trust Rob. So someone who's so.
Well, this person says adjacent to a KKK member. Like white supremacist vibes.
I think she has to sit her maid of honor down and say, I love you. I love your whole family.
I love your brother.
I love your brother. I think he and I don't align politically right now or morally. I don't wish him any ill will, but I can't invite him to my wedding in complete disregard for my future husband's feelings, because it's also his wedding and I would want my feelings to be respected in the same regard. If there was someone on his side that really felt like such a disconnect from the morals and life that we want to lead, I would want to be respected.
But if she knows that Alex is not going to take kindly to that, like if she's like, you're not going to have my brother at your wedding, like that this could be like a real friendship ender.
I think it's going to be kind of a hot take. So buckle up.
You're changing your opinion?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, not hot at all. You always do that.
No, I feel like if the friendship is as solid as I'm assuming it is, it shouldn't. And if it does, that tells you something about that friendship. Like, I can only apply it to us.
Right.
This is such a lame phrase and I don't know any other phrase for it, but like, you know, my heart sort of thing, that like, if I came to you and I was like, let's say in an alternative universe, you had a third sibling, there's a third sibling.
No. Let's say my brother was like some psychotic
piece of shit.
Yeah. Like member of the KKK.
And I came to you and I was like, it makes Tyler really uncomfortable. He doesn't feel like he aligns with even your morals. Like you can probably agree that these are not things that we all agree with. I love you. I love him, but I can't have him there. The person that you know I am and the person I know you are, I can't imagine a world in which you would be like, fuck you. I think you would be like, I'm sad, but I get it. No?
I don't know. I wouldn't be like, fuck you. I would be a mix of both. Like, I'd be like defensive of my brother. Like, sorry, my brother's going through like a psychotic break right now. And
but
being
that's
a weirdo.
What's hard. Your brother, that would be a psychotic break. This sounds like this is who this person is.
No, yeah, totally. Yeah. I would be like, you're not going to invite my brother? Like, and I think I view it differently because like weddings are so like, it's not about that. It's not about anyone but the people getting married. And so like for me to then turn around and be like, my brother has to be at your wedding. It's like, who gives a fuck? You know, maybe they get sick the day of and they can't come anyway. Like, it's not about that. It's just about, almost feels like it's so easy for you to just be like you say, like, we feel like family to you, but then like not family enough that you cut us off so easily.
But I don't think it's so easily. Like, I think we're conflating like being a member of the KKK and like saying something I find rude. I think those are so different. Like, I could be so annoyed with your brother, like, holy shit, he's so annoying, and be like, he's still my family. But there is a line in anyone's world that once you cross it, you're not cutting them off because you don't love them. You're cutting them off because it's not either a safe environment or a comfortable environment, or you can't condone what they're doing. It's like, this is dramatic, but it's the same reason people say when you have like an addict in your family, at a certain point you have to have a boundary, because by being around them, you're giving them the freedom to continue to hurt themselves. Like, the more you engage with this person who's, I think, spewing like really hateful, you know, dangerous speech, you're kind of saying to them like, yeah, I don't agree with you, but it's kind of okay.
Yeah.
Because you're allowing them to have the same access to you that they had previously.
Right.
And without that boundary, maybe you putting up that boundary is where they think, have I kind of lost the plot here? Like, am I not behaving in a way that's in line with the way I was raised or whatever?
Right. I don't know. That's a tough one. Like, on the one hand, if you're the bride, like Katie, it's hard because you're caught in the middle. I feel like I would really try with Rob to be like, what do you care if he comes?
Well, I think ultimately your partner has your back. So like, again, I can only put myself in these shoes. If this happened and I was like, I just cannot tell you that your brother can't come. I know that if I went to Tyler and I was like, listen, I can't do it, he'd be like, fine. Like, ultimately, your partner has your back.
Yeah, like, you're not going to break up your own engagement over it.
Right. But I think you should try and respect their wishes, especially if you also kind of agree. Like, I wouldn't want a racist prick at my wedding who, like, randomly goes off on... Like, I have a family member who I no longer speak to.
Because they're a racist prick?
Because that's just part of them. That's not why I don't speak to them. But, like...
That's just one of their many endearing qualities.
That's just one of their qualities that don't align with my life. But I wouldn't want them, say we were on good terms, I would feel uncomfortable having them in some certain social settings where they say things that are so inappropriate and offensive to all kinds of people.
So let's say it was reversed then. This person who's in your family who you no longer speak to.
Yeah.
In a world where you do still speak to them. You're like, at the end of the day,
they're my person.
They're part of this family.
Yeah.
And like, we have a million good times together and they're in a weird place. And this isn't the person that I have always loved, but like, it's still them.
Yep.
And let's say like Tyler had met this person in your family a few times and was like, not the nicest person.
Well, we're on fact right now. This did happen.
Yes. And then you're having a wedding where you're obviously inviting a bunch of people and he's like, I really do not want that person there. Like, I worry that he could say something maybe that would be offensive to someone at the wedding. Like, he's very openly...
He's outspoken.
He's outspoken and like thinks that everyone agrees with him and whoever doesn't is just dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I know that this person is like very close to you, but I do not feel comfortable having him there.
I'd be like, I agree. I'm just kidding.
In a world where like, think about you with this person when you were like in, you know,
high
college.
school.
Yeah.
I would definitely have struggled. That version of me would have really, really, really struggled. But I
I think you would have been like, that version of you, I think would have been like, absolutely not, Tyler.
And well, I was going to say that version of me, I think would have gone to that person and begged them to be on their best behavior. But
like there would not be a world where you would say, you're my partner.
No.
We support each other. I'm happy to have him not come.
But I don't think that's the right thing.
But does it change your viewpoint at all?
No, because I have so much empathy for her, but I don't think it's the right thing for her either. Like, that version of me wasn't capable of setting up boundaries.
Right.
Which I don't think is healthy. Like, I like this version of myself so much more because I'm able to say,
that doesn't work.
Yeah, this isn't how I want to live my life and I don't feel comfortable with this. So as much as I love you and I want you to be a part of my life, you either need to make a promise to not say these things in our presence. And if you're not capable of it, then you can't be around us. Because especially at this phase in your life, like when you're building the network of people who are going to be with you as you grow a family, you don't want this shit around your kids.
Yeah, crazy, like
spewing, like, and the Trump era really, like, I did not have as many issues with this family member before 2016.
Yeah, of course. It really just emblazoned.
Like, it really did bring up this undercurrent of people who'd been feeling this way, but maybe they didn't have, like, the words to vocalize it. I think ultimately the answer is, like, you don't have to appease your maid of honor or your fiance. You have to do what feels right to you. And, like, if it feels right that you also think that this person doesn't belong at your celebration and doesn't align with you guys and is going to create controversy, then you have to go to your friend and hope that she respects that. And if it feels like it wouldn't be a celebration without this person and you love them and you see their flaws, but you see past them also, then you have to go to your fiance and say, like, I hear you, I respect you, but I can't cut my family off like that. It's less about deciding what's going to work for the other people and what's good for you.
I think for sure. And like beyond that, looking at your relationship, like with your friend, your maid of honor, and also your relationship with her brother, like relationships change over the course of like a lifetime. And if that's something that she's not going to be understanding of, like, is that an issue on your fiance's side, or is that an issue in your friendship?
That's what I was kind of saying. Like, you would be sad and disappointed, but I don't think that would disturb our relationship at all. I think you'd actually be more disappointed with your brother. Like, I'm sad that you're not going to have him, but I also understand, and I'm disappointed that this is the way he's behaving.
I would be so torn up about it, though, if that happened. Like, because I'm just so loyal. Like,
Totally.
There aren't many people who I really, truly love. It's just such a small...
Tiny, microscopic.
It's a microscopic group of people, and, like, it would really...
Fuck you up.
Fuck me up, for sure. And I'd also, like, I wouldn't even know what to do with that information, because it's like, if you're not with me, you're against me, you know? Like, should I slit your throat?
To me?
Or him? I don't know.
I'd be so confused. Who am I killing? Yeah, no, I think, and again, I do want to be really, really clear. We're not talking about like minor disagreements.
Of course.
Those are supernatural in families. We are talking about like the fabric of your morality, like the way you approach minorities and other religions and people who are less fortunate than you. Like, how are you living your life in regards to those people? And if it's in a way that is hurtful to them, you're out.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it does make you think, like, not just about like that specific situation, but then like looking at your own friendship. Like, was this ever really the right friendship?
There's small ships and big ships, but the best ships are friendships.
Like, if that friend puts you in the position of being like, it's my brother, even though you're fiance, like, maybe this wasn't the maid of honor that I thought. You know?
If the roles were reversed and you had to come to me and tell me that someone that I loved couldn't be a part of your life because of these sort of things, I hope I'm the sort of person that could say, like, I'm really sorry that they're like this. I'm sorry this is happening, but I love you and nothing could change that. And I can keep you guys very separate.
But that's because we know that our friendship is the right fit.
It's the right ship. There's right ships and wrong ships.
But the best ships are right ships.
No, there's right ships and wrong ships, but the best ship is this ship.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just think, like, it's like that quote about relationships that are bad. You know what I'm talking about shoes?
Real eyes, real eyes, real eyes.
No, not that one. But I do want everyone to know that was hanging on a poster in Johnna's room in our sorority house.
Real eyes, real eyes, real eyes.
I don't know what is that supposed to motivate you to do in the morning when you wake up and see that? Okay, I just found the quote. It's, relationships are like shoes. No matter how beautiful they are or how much you love them, if they don't fit, they'll be pain with every step and nobody will know it but you.
Wow, that's deep. And also so true about shoes. No one knows the pain you're in.
Yeah, like they're looking at it and it's like
cute shoe and you're like
cute shoe and
filled
you're
with blood.
Yeah. My feet are bleeding.
Wow, makes you think. Well, I hope that they're able to come to an agreement internally.
Yeah, I hope that everyone just, like, you know, gets on the right ship.
I think you find out when this brother has travel plans already determined and plan your wedding for that day.
So what you do is you poison the brother.
No.
Yeah, I think my advice.
You send him pork chops that are expired.
Expired pork chops.
So he gets food poisoning.
Yeah, I think for sure my advice to this girl would be, like, have another conversation with your fiance. Like, how important is this to you? Like, is this like, you will look at me differently? And if he's like, I cannot even like stomach the idea of sending him an invitation, let alone him being there, then like, you just have to be honest with your friend and be like, we know your brother does some crazy shit, even if like you don't think it's that detrimental to society. And like, just be honest, like, this is what my fiance wants, and like, I love him, but he doesn't know your brother from like being a kid. He just knows him now, and like, I'm in this pickle. Like, talk it through with your friend like you would any other thing.
Yeah, I think that's the best advice.
As always, mine is the best advice.
No, but you riffed on my advice. Roll the tape.
Okay. I'll do that and then I'll call you later.
Call you later. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.